Hi, this is Chrissy Incognito, and welcome to another episode of my channel. Now, you might be wondering why I'm incognito. This is my alter ego that can say things that I cannot otherwise say unless I was incognito. So, thank you for returning. In order to understand more about this episode, please view the previous episode. Happy listening. We have an unhinged, narcissistic, steroid full with a gun security guard on the loose now. Okay. He's enraged. He's been slighted. He's having roid rage and he has a gun. Okay. I'm still not happy about this whole situation, but nobody listens to me. So he gets fired. Not only does he get fired from the security company, he gets fired from our company. Okay. Now my supervisor is pining from a distance. Okay. She's not letting it go. And everybody knows he's married. He always said he was married. I mean, for the girls that talk to him, I wouldn't give him the time of day. I don't give a shit what you are. Like, just stay away from me. You're obviously nothing but drama. So other coworkers like confirmed that he was married. And so my supervisor is like crazy as far as she's leaving early. She's on the phone all day. She was never on the phone all day. She has a life. She has personality. She didn't have a life. Okay. She's texting him all day. When he was working there, I would see her because she put me in a desk where she could keep an eye on me. Okay. Like, this is what's funny. Keep an eye on me. What are you going to see me do? My work? Okay. So I have like a straight run into her office because she wanted me, she wants everybody under her thumb. Okay. And she put me in now there's all these open desks, but she happened to put me in a desk where she could just look at me and see exactly what I was doing at that second. Okay. But now I can see exactly what she's doing at that second. She's texting, which she never does. Texting, she's on the phone, she's running out of the building to I don't even know what, but this is all unusual behavior for my very unliked supervisor. All the things that she was chastising us about. Why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? You did that. Why didn't you do this? What blah 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 blah. On and on and on. Like, I'm like, she would have called me on this, this, and this. Like normally, like normal people wouldn't, like normal supervisors that I've had. But she would have called me on this, and this. And I'm going, she didn't she is so enthralled with this going nowhere. This is how pathetic she is. Listen, I know nobody knows there's more slim pickings out there than I do. Okay? And we're all desperate to find somebody normal. But on another episode, which I will talk about attention, because when somebody falls apart because they're getting attention, I don't get it. Like, I'm like, somebody paid attention to you. Okay. And I forget how and I'm going to use my supervisor as an example, like these nothings that have nothing to offer. They have not, like, they don't have a developed personality. And then wonder why they're either getting nothing or they're getting garbage. Like, you need to be introspective and be like, anyway, that's a whole nother story. And I will get to that on another episode. And, but I don't think that they got the tension. And so when people get attention, they go off the rails, as you could see in my Greg episode. Um, I know I'm kind of all over the place and I do apologize. And if you've listened or watched the other episodes, this would all make sense. So she's leaving early. She's not up her ass, which I keep telling my coworkers are like, why is she taking so much time off? That means she won't take time off throughout the rest of the year. I'm like, whether she's gone now or gone later, she's gone. So I'm soaking it up now, because like you get vacation throughout the year. And so if you use it up all in one shot, like she's going to be she's going to be more coming to work more times rather than spreading it out. So I said, "Well, I can't worry about the future. I'm just loving it now because she's such a hard ass and she's so difficult." And I'm always like, "What do you want? Like, whatever you want me to do. It doesn't matter if I do this. It doesn't matter if I do this, that. It doesn't matter. Like the work is going to get done either way. So whatever." So one of my coworkers went into her office to put something away. And while she was in there, putting something in the cabinet, she heard my boss say, "Well, didn't you get my text?" I was like, "Yeah, she's going to become unhinged. The female version of the maintenance man." Again, I don't know how her marriage was. Um, I'm trying to get bits and pieces just so I can, for my psychology brain, just to put things together, but I have no idea. And so I know with the maintenance man, it was like a loveless marriage. He sucked it up, all these kind of things. I don't know how her marriage is, but I do know a desperate middle-aged woman when I see one. I happen to be one, you know. So he is stringing her along, and the security guard is still having an affair with knockers. Okay. So, and all these other women. Now, let me get to the next story about the security guard. Okay. So, regarding this security guard, he seems to be making his rounds a lot more than just the floors that he's supposed to guard. Okay. Um, so what had happened, he was with knockers. And then he was with my supervisor, my cold supervisor. And then and these are just the people like that have stories, not to mention all the hookups that he's been um going through. So what happened was now the head of HR at my company again is another hard ass, okay? So during COVID, we were supposed to follow certain protocol. So if we got COVID, we were supposed to get like two doctors to verify it and then like two doctors to verify that we were cleared to come back and two results and everything like that. And so for me, and I know she did this to other people as well. So did everything so I had COVID twice. So I did everything I was supposed to do that was required of me, and she denied my COVID leave, which meant I went over the allotted amount of sick time for the year. It's just complicated and it's just sticky and it's just annoying. Um, Especially that I did everything that I was supposed to. She approved some people and didn't approve others, which just didn't make any sense. Um, I don't really have much dealings with her, so I don't even really know her. It's not like, oh, only her friends got this or the people she didn't like didn't get it. I don't. I never met the lady other than on paper, okay, and she's probably never, seen me other than my name on paper, Chrissy Incognito. So, she was a real hard ass, and I'm not just saying from my point of view, right? She had been way before COVID a really big hard ass. And she's known for being mean and cold and very like unprofessional because she's not human. She's not normal. So what had happened, she went out on leave. Okay. Why did she go out on leave? Do you think it was a medical emergency? Do you think it was a family emergency? No, it was a shameful emergency. That's why she went on leave. So I didn't even know Casanova, security guard, even knew who the head of HR was because I guess maybe she hires, but if anything, she would have hired the company, not the individual guards, because the company hires the guards. Okay. But evidently, somewhere in there, it said the head of HR was going to be the supervisor for the guards. Uh, Listen, I don't know. I don't care. It's not me. Whatever. Um, so she started having an affair with the security guard, Casanova, and she was separated from her husband at the time. Somewhere in there, and I'm not really sure how, if I find out, I'll let you know. Her husband found out about the affair and threatened to come to work and confront the unhinged security guard with a gun, and she conveniently went out on leave. Let me tell you something. We need to discuss desperateness in both women and men because it's just rampant all over the place and it causes people to make very bad decisions. Just very like somebody looks at you, you don't need to fall apart, you know? Um so the head of HR who has a lot of responsibility and makes a lot of money fell to this guy. Would have been like not for nothing, as we say on the East Coast. But 5 seconds of a conversation, I would have been laughing at this guy. I'm sure he cannot keep a conversation going. Okay, and I get it, right? He's an attention whore, right? And they're desperate, and the 2 just make for a really bad combination. So that's what's been going around, not to mention all the other women at my work that he has, cavorted with. I think it's really interesting. There's so many things I think about this. Um, he I mean, I called him from the start. I was like, "Something is not right with this guy." I was like, "He's working the floor. He's a little too friendly. He's a little too comfortable." And what a narcissist this guy is beyond. He's an unhinged narcissist on roids with a gun. I'm like, we need a security guard to save us from the security guard. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It is completely ridiculous of what's happening. But I've caught you up on at least the modern day stuff. And listen, I'm sure way more stuff is going to come about with this guy, especially with my supervisor, because she's just hanging on for dear life. Get it. Listen, I get it. Slim pickings out there. There's nothing out there. And even if there is at our age, you'd rather pass, you know? And I can say that because 'cause I'm old. But, all right. Well, this is Chrissy Incognito. I really appreciate you tuning in to the craziness, which is my life and my past life of, where I am. And, see you in the next episode, and I wish you happy listening.